And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
A man who brings love to this world.
It's Millennium Stephano.
Adorable, man. It is really, really adorable.
And up in the top left. What can you say here?
It's Stephano, man.
Up in the top left-hand corner of Antinga, the red Protoss player, SKMC.
As long as we don't see 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, I'm all good.
Oh. I'm not sure what to say about that.
This is going too far, man. Let's talk about roaches.
I think we're about to see MC like fly across the booth and just start like fighting Stephano in real life.
What do you or maybe they will both get a suit and wrestle each other.
MC Stephano sumo match.
It's funny how relaxing these two guys are. Well, there is so much money on the line. Both these guys already secured themselves $5,000. But if they win, they get at least $15,000. If they win the whole tournament, they get $30,000, including the extras they already won this season.
That's right. Just about every player that has made it here into the top 8, winning more than $1,200 on their journey to the NASL finals.
Yep. And MC, of course, winning one of the Sunday showdowns as well. Back then against Liquid Chef. So that was another $1,500 for MC. And NASL has been pretty good for MC.
I'll agree with you there, Kev, as we see MC blocking the natural of Stephano and even going out and, not completely blocking the third base.
Well, he tried, but Pro was there a little bit too late. I'm a little bit surprised that MC went to such a quick forge. Now the forge finished while the next is just going up, and there's really no threat of Zerglings anywhere. So I think he could have been a little bit more greedy there. But of course, you just want to roll with what you know and how you feel most comfortable. He even drops the pylon over here, which also forces the Lynx to spend time over here, take out that pylon. So you could really say that he could have gone in the way with Nexus before Forge, but he didn't do it. And now also Cannon before Gate. MC is really a bit paranoid.
Playing super safe, man. Doesn't want to take any chances. He is the boss toss. Who are we to question?
Wouldn't dare.
You just can't do it. Stephano going to go ahead and clean up this pylon. He'll be taking his third base as fast as he possibly can. So extra queens being produced. Everything looking very, very standard right now.
We saw a crazy strategy from the other Korean player at the Home Story Cup. The man who made it to the final, Younghwa, and he played a double Stargate mass gateway attack on this map. Do you think we're going to see anything like that, man?
I keep saying that Protoss players are going to start moving away from this Stargate play, but it keeps coming. Especially these Korean guys, they really like playing Stargate for whatever reason.
Well, one Stargate, I think I can always live with. This probe is going to fall right now, so no more scouting for MC. And Stephano is getting his traditional 3 hatches up, trying to muster out as many drones as possible. Even double cannon then for MC. This really gives me a feeling that he wants to play Stargate, because this feels so safe. If you want to go 4 gate plus 1, would you really be double cannon safe?
I don't know. I think you're onto something. I mean, MC is definitely not taking any chances here. No. I think Stephano does have a little bit of a reputation for mid-game roachling pressure, but I don't think he needs the 2 cannons that early. So we'll see what happens. Stephano's going to poke up here. He sees everything. He sees the 2 cannons.
And he saw the Forge spinning as well, since MC did start +1. So I'm very curious to see where MC is going to take it. Maybe he's just going to try to make something happen with a big gateway push, like no additional attack. Just 5, 6, 7 more gates, trying to make that happen as soon as possible. But that would be very all in. And I'm not expecting that in the first game.
Still no gases for Stephano. Oh, there they go. 6:15, right on cue.
He has the Overlord in good position. He knows the double cannon. He also sees both of these assimilators, or the Vespene guys, that they're still not taken. So I can imagine that Stephano wants to take these extractors a little bit quicker, since he sees what he sees, and this smells suspicious.
He knows what he knows. Third gas even going to go ahead and go down for Stephano. So really all he needs to start producing a lot of roaches, even if he hasn't produced the Roach Warren just yet. More drones. And that is all. And there we go. 2 more gas for MC.
Yep. MC took out the Zergling, and immediately he dropped those Vespene guys, or those assimilators, just making it a little bit harder. Stephano actually does see one of them with his Overseer. So Stephano's going to have to puzzle this together. But
really good scouting from Stephano. Like, as soon as the Zergling died, he moved that Overlord so he could see it. And you could even see probes transferring to the second gas if he was paying really, really close attention. Stalker going to poke forward, but immediately going to back off. Doesn't want to be on creep because Zerglings can still catch it and kill it. It's not too careful.
8 more drones on the way right now, and that's going to really put Stephano in a nice position, up to 58. We see the robotics facility being wiped in right now, but it's a really late robo. Do you think we're going to see something with a warp prism and perhaps with sentries?
I really have no idea what we're going to see from MC. He's still, okay, there's the 3 more gates. Yes. So 4-gate robo, which is becoming more and more standard in the matchup these days. And
he's also scouting around with this Stalker, which gives me the feeling maybe, no, he might just actually expand as well. It's really hard to say. Interesting opening by MC, but Stephano is quite pleased with how everything went so far. Also cute Zergling micro right there by Stephano.
Yeah. You know, MC's a guy, he's got 100,000 different builds, by his own admission, Kev. So, I mean, this could be anything. And one of the real strengths of this 4-gate robo style is that there's variations. You don't have to expand. You don't have to attack. You can do, you know, either or really, and you can add in other things to mix it up. So, even though Stephano's gotten a pretty good look at MC's, you know, gases and he sees his units and he sees, you know, kind of what's coming, he can't be sure of anything. He's got the 4th hatch down. He's going to have a lot of larvae at his disposal. His economy's excellent.
64 drones is what it is for Stephano. Now he goes into heavy roach production. Well, it looks like MC just wants to go up to 3 bases. 9 minutes is a little bit after 9 minutes, so that's still relatively quick. Certainly for Antigua Shipyard, I'd say that's pretty damn quick. And then it's all going to come down to the force fields, and we see the first Immortals being in production as well. So what looked perhaps a little bit strange and odd actually turned out very, very standard, and MC just used all the minerals in the start to get a little bit richer and eventually be able to do what he does.
Yeah, he's not in a bad shape. He's got 55 probes, very solid 2-base economy with a 3rd Nexus building. He is, in fact, going to be expanding here. MC sees these roaches coming out, and does he have enough to challenge these roaches? I'm not sure that he does.
I think it's going to be so tough for MC because he doesn't actually have the wall off over here where you often see it. So where is he going to position all the sentries?
Yeah, he's going to fight here in this little choke outside of the, on the low ground here, outside of the natural.
Wow.
And Stephano's just going to split up his units, and he's going to start to do what Zerg players have gotten so good at recently.
Yeah, but if all the sentries are here, man, Stephano can just completely ignore that and run through the natural, and it's going to be so hard for MC to defend. Stephano is still waiting. Roach speed is almost ready. More and more roaches are on the way. Army supply, he's doubling MC right now.
Yeah, really, really scary moment. MC's going to have perfect control, perfect positioning. If he doesn't want to take heavy damage, and here comes Stephano. MC immediately is going to back up towards the 3rd base. Pretty good force fields there, but he's getting very surrounded by the rest of the roaches. Sentries are, I mean, those are good force fields, but he's going to lose a lot of sentries here in this exchange.
Yep. Stephano focusing those sentries down as well. And actually, the sentries that died. Oh, the Immortal takes a lot of damage. This is so many roaches.
Great attack from Stephano. Not just focusing sentries, but focusing high energy sentries. And MC is going to lose every Immortal here. The roach count will be thinned significantly, and Stephano will back up for the time being.
30 against 71 right now. The Immortal a little bit out of position.
MC just backs it right up. Stalker comes forward to draw some fire, and it works. Roach is going to reposition.
Going to run up to the natural right now, but there are no reinforcements on the way. Stephano might actually, oh, the Immortal is going to...
Again, the Immortal's going to get focused, and it will absolutely fall. Stalkers and sentries alone. There's a single Immortal up behind that, adding some extra damage to this fight. MC, in spite of the damage he's taking, is doing a pretty good job of hanging on here, Kev.
Yeah, Stephano has a lot of minerals. Actually, had no gas. Now he goes back to producing a lot of links as well. Imagine if those links would have been a little bit quicker, but it's not over yet.
Oh, Immortal again in a weird position. Roach is going to try to catch it. Single desperation force field goes down, and it looks like it's actually enough. Stephano just A moves, and now the Roaches are fighting against Stalkers. The Immortal in the back adding a ton of good damage. 6 kills on that guy. And MC holds.
MC does hold, and he's up to 60 probes, but he's still only mining from 2 bases. So, ooh, Stephano's so risky. He picked up so many sentries. And what you said, man, the first engagement, he didn't just focus down sentries. He took all the sentries which did not cast force fields yet, which was just brilliant.
Very, very smart play from Stephano. He's working on getting a 4th base, kind of a half of a 4th base here on the middle of Antigua Shipyard. Only 6 mineral patches and a single gas geyser there.
The infestation pit is going on, is on the way for Stephano as well. It's amazing that MC actually survived, because in a certain moment it looked really dark.
And Stephano again going to come forward, and where does he want to fight? He doesn't, in fact. MC's got 3 Immortals now.
I think the army supply is a little bit too close right now. 79 against 50, that's so much better than it was in the start of that fight for MC. So MC doing a really good job in surviving there. He's now was able to transfer all these probes as well to his 3rd base. So MC is, I guess, starting to feel comfortable. But we shouldn't forget, there's no follow-up tech for MC at all. There's no Twilight Console, there's no Robotics Bay. This is what it is for now.
It is what it is.
And it's good, no doubt, but once the Infestors pop out...
Yeah, Infestors are going to complicate things Absolutely, and Pathogen Glands has just started researching. That's the energy upgrade for those infestors. Stephano's got this big, scary army. He's also added to his drone count. He's gone up to 72 drones as this 4th base comes up, so that's really good. Spire going down. We'll probably see the Hive start shortly as well. But, I mean, MC, his army is terrifying right now. 150 supply.
It is for now, but as you said, man, as soon as those infestors are out, I really think Stephano's army is so much better, because Zealots are terrible against infestors. They always clump up. MC has the One Prism on the way right now, and of course we saw the Twilight Council being wiped in. He's going to research Blink immediately. That's going to make his army a lot stronger. But still, the robotics base is really what's going to finish it.
And that late Twilight Council means that MC's upgrades are pretty inferior to well, maybe not. Because Stephano only has the +1 attack. He's also finishing up 1 armor and 1 melee. And 4 Zealots going to be loaded up into that War Prism. This is very smart. This is going to spread Stephano out.
Yep. There's actually not a single bit of static defense for Stephano in one of his main bases. And Stephano doesn't have Overlord either. Oh, Stephano is going to be able to run by with these 2 links, but they're not going to get far. Cannons.
Now we see the brilliance behind these 2 cannons, Kev.
Yes.
As only one of them ever shoots. War Prism making its way into the main base of Stephano. I don't think he's seen it at all yet. There's no Overlord spotting, and this is very sloppy and uncharacteristic of Stephano. War Prism is going to fly in completely unchecked, and immediately we see the entire army of Stephano coming back. Big Warp, and that's a lot of Zealots. I think he could kill that. Oh, he's going to go for the Roach Warren.
For the Roach Warren instead. There's so many Zealots. Stephano already remaking that Roach Warren. If he's going to be able to take out all these Zealots, man, that's really not that bad for Stephano. IMC saves 4 of them.
Yeah, he can come back and do it again. I kind of think he could have killed that layer, but maybe not wanting to chance it. Wants to take the guaranteed damage. And
Stephano wants to remake that Roach Warren, by the way, Ben, but I think he cancelled it. He cancelled his order. So he actually does not have a Roach Warren right now. And I think that's a mistake. I think he wanted to build it, but he didn't.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt him, Kev. As the first Corruptors are going into production. MC's also transitioning into Colossus. I love that he's sort of managed to make that transition smoothly. Zealot's coming back once again, but there's a Spore Caller and Roaches there. That's not going to work. Yeah,
once you drop Stephano, after that he's going to have units there forever. He's going to invest quite a bit into static defenses right now, because he has the money for it. He had a really good bank. But if you look at the worker count right now, MC actually has 77 probes. So MC is going to try to hit that magic window just before the Broodlords are ready. And he's going to have +2, he's going to have Blink Stalkers. He might even have +3 since he's starting it immediately. And I guess he's going to Chrono Boost it really a lot as well.
Well, if he's going to hit that window, he better go now, Kev. He's got 1 more Colossus building, and if he waits for it, it might be too late. Greater Spire is on the way. Corruptors are building. A couple of Zealots going to be warped in here at the 4th base.
He did see all the Spine Crawlers now as well, and that's often a little bit of a tell.
Yep, and that's going to queue him up. He's going to start marching forward right away. Stalkers, Colossi, Immortals, Sentries, Zealots. It's a very strong Protoss army.
And I still think there's no Roach Warren, so it's going to be so old. That's a nice fungal.
Whoa, that is a huge fungal. Unfortunately, there's just not enough follow-up there. Great force fields by MC as he's going to start bearing down on these spines. Colossi going to make short work of them. And Stephano's going to have to posture. He's going to have to wait. He's going to have to try and stall and buy time. Little surprised that we're not seeing a counter yet.
Yeah, he could have done that. Stephano also needs to free up supply. He's going to have to produce a lot of things somehow, or maybe lose up a little bit of supply, because he's actually maxed out, so he cannot even make Broodlords, and we can only assume that's what he's waiting for. He has 4,000 minerals, but he doesn't have a Roach Warren, so his remax is going to be so much weaker.
He's got 4,000 minerals, no Roach Warren, and no supply to make Broodlords with. Here we go. Looks like he's going to try to pick a fight.
He's baiting a lot of the force fields, really a lot.
More fungals going down, more Corruptors in production, but MC's army is really scared. And here we go, first big engagement. Force field's going to go down. Great fungals by Stephano, but I don't know that it's really going to work too well, because the Colossi doing so much damage. Corruptors are going to chew through this Colossus count. The Remax is going to be on Zergling. This is incredibly...
but all the Immortals are still alive. All the Immortals are still alive for MC, and now he's actually going to force Stephano to retreat. 114 Zerglings in production right now.
Huge Zergling swell. We're also going to see the Broodlords morphing. Holy hell, 10 Broodlords at once. God. Does he have time? Zerglings and a few Roaches coming forward. Zerglings are so good against these Immortals. They're actually really good against these Blink Stalkers. And this is going to buy so much time for Stephano. The Broodlords halfway complete, and the Lings alone are going to continue to push forward. And MC, I don't think he's got enough, Kev. He's got no 4th base to fall back on. And Stephano, he's bought himself all the time he needs. The Broodlords are done.
He pretty much won that fight without 10 Broodlords. That's strange.
Yeah, without the Roach Warren.
Look at this, man. And maybe it was on purpose after all, since he gave the order for the Roach Warren, and then he didn't build it. Maybe it was his plan all along to remake on Lynx, and it turned out great. Those 2/2 links against those +2 Stalkers were just and Immortal as well.
I just don't understand how he does it, Kev. And it was just a perfect fight. He managed to just kill the Colossi, backed up, made the Broodlords, and the Zerglings did the rest. And now MC is facing an army that I don't think he can kill. This is 10 Broodlords, a ton of Zerglings, a few Infestors, and he's only got a single Colossus.
And 21 Stalkers, but is he really going to be able to blink in all those Zerglings? Stephano is remaking the Ro4 now as well. We see 3-3 is on the way. And he's just going to be fine having this contain on MC for a while because he knows that MC is stuck on those 3 bases.
Oh, there's the aggressive blink. This is going to be it. Broodlords firing away. Zerglings just going to do so much damage. A single fungal goes down. Colossus is getting a lot of kills. 17 kills already, but I don't think it's going to matter. Or will it?
There was only a single Infestor. Now we have more Infestors. Fungal Grove will land on a couple of Stalkers on the north ground there.
These Colossi are doing a really good job of thinning out the numbers here, but there's just no real answer to the Broodlords.
Running really low on HP, couple of roaches.
Oh, and the Colossus will fall. Second Colossus very low on health as well. Stephano continuing to push forward.
Ooh, the Infestors were a little over-eager over there. For a second they thought they were warriors, bro.
They are warriors as long as they have energy.
That's true. We have 45 army supply for MC, 93 still for Stephano. Stephano, his fort base is up once more, but he's not mining from it yet.
These broods are awful exposed, though, Kevin. If he loses those, he loses a lot of his fighting.
There are 18 Stalkers right now. MC, this is probably your moment. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to get.
The roaches are coming, and the roaches are here, and with the roaches underneath, it's going to be very hard to blink into that. And oh man, another huge fungal, but great force fields by MC. It's all about positioning and zoning at this point. Broodlords are being so hard for him to deal with, getting so many kills. Sentries very exposed.
A lot of Broodlings doing a little bit of harass on the probe line as well from MC.
Broodling harass, standard?
Yeah. If you're Stephano, man, everything's standard. Stephano actually going up the ramp right now. MC is going to trap it, but how is he going to engage his army?
It's going to be tough. You just don't want to blink onto those roaches right now. 130 supply for MC. Stephano at about 180.
Now there are 31 roaches. Before there were very few roaches. Maybe if MC would have gone for it then, before those reinforcements arrived, he could have still turned this around, but now there are so many backup forces for Stephano.
Yeah, and Stephano just kills the rocks. Now he has a retreat path. MC's being very, very patient. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to admire the patience, but I feel like there's this. Oh, great force fields. They're going to catch a couple of roaches. And
it's going to be 3-1 upgrade for MC against 3-3 for Stephano, at least for his melee units.
And these Broodlords this has just been a fight that just hasn't stopped happening right here outside the third base. There's the blink. One Broodlord will go down, and immediately MC disengages. He's just trying to chip away at this army. More good force fields, more roaches might fall, but the Colossus getting fungled, and the Broodlords are going to try to focus it. No, MC does back off just in time.
24 more links on the way. Stephano's just streaming in right now with all of his units. MC calls GG. And Stephano takes map number 1.
Well played there by Stephano. Just got ahead and leaned on MC. And man, that one big fight right below where Stephano would eventually take that 4th base. How did he win it so convincingly?
I actually have no idea. I felt the force fields were pretty good. I felt that MC did a lot of stuff really right. That was kind of funny. I like that, man. That was funny.
I mean, I feel almost like the Colossi were just too exposed. The Colossi were kind of up above the army of MC, and the Corruptors were able to come in there without really being picked away at by the Stalkers. But that looked to me like a really good engagement for MC, and it just did not go his way. Not at all. It was.
It's hard to say right now. A lot of fungals were very good, though, for Stephano for a very large amount of time. Eventually, the Colossus falling to those Corruptors. And Stephano needed to lose units as well because he was max and he had so much money. And he didn't really win the fight because of that first fight. He won it because of the reinforcements. 150 links against Stalker Immortal only.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. If one Colossus stays alive, Kev, those big Zergling reinforcement, those big waves of Zerglings, they're not nearly as effective. Like, MC just, I just don't get it, man. I thought this was such a great fight for him. Infested, there's just a perfect engagement for Stephano. The Corruptors kind of coming down from the top, and the Stalkers are busy fighting everything but the Corruptors.
Infested Terrans soaking up really a lot of damage there as well.
Beautiful engagement for Stephano, and he just thins it out and doesn't kill everything, but he takes out the Colossi and the Lings do the rest.
Stephano always knows immediately when to retreat. He realized that he took out most of the expensive units over there. Then he's like, all right, if I stay around a little longer right now, those Immortals, those 3 Immortals will kill all of the roaches. Immediately falls back, waits for that big wave of Lings.
And it's going to sound almost a little bit silly and a little bit obvious, but one of the big keys to Stephano's win there was the fact that he stayed on top of those injections in the late game.
Because he had more than 60 larvae saved up.
He was able to make 120 Zerglings at once. If you're missing those injects, that doesn't happen, and that push is deadly. So,
but that was just the first game, man. We are playing best of 7, so anything is still possible.
Yeah, a lot more StarCraft to come, guys. Short break, and then game 2, Stephano MC, when we get back.